Greetings everybody and welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself. Hope you're all doing fantastically, and I'm definitely doing fantastically because you know what, guys? We hit 500 subscribers. Yes! I tell you what, this is probably the most subscribers I have ever had on a channel. I'll tell a lie, I did have one channel with 700, but that was like 7 years ago. Yeah, and I got mega burnout. So yeah, 500 subscribers is absolutely killing it. We've got access to the community tab, guys. That's what we've done. You've got me access to the community tab, and I am so grateful. Believe me, I love making this content, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And here's to another 500 more, right? And with that out of the way. Just to let you know as well, I am on, I was about to say on Tinder, not on Tinder, I'm on Twitter. Link is in the description if you do want to follow me for any life updates. So yeah, we are at Croup Manor. So make sure you like, comment and subscribe and you'll see how amazingly this place goes. I won't bore you with the rest because all of the YouTubers do it. Now, you guys are killing it on the comments and I have a few credits to give here. So I got 4 really good suggestions here, 5 actually. Some of you guys have really gotten into adding some headcanon and some lore to my settlements, and I'm blown away, like honestly. So we got Megan Frank, who has suggested a character by the name of Kaylee Wheeler for the sniper up there, which I will do. And you have suggested a fantastic backstory, which I will go through when we do get up to the naming again. We have Evelyn Mars for the sergeant in the bar area. That was suggested by a user by the name of The Martian. So thank you very much. That's also got a lovely bit of backstory. And one of my favourites by far is EDB, who has suggested a character simply by the name of Strongarm, who is, let's just say the elevator doesn't go to the top floor, but he's one hell of a guy. And it's a great excuse to put a power armor set in this settlement, which I'll get onto when we do that. And Mr. Gers, who has suggested a soldier by the name of Robert Bloomfield, and spurred a fantastic idea, which I must give him credit for. He originally suggested, I believe it was the Green Mountain, guys, but there's no mountains in Boston. Well, none that are anywhere near visible from here. I mean, those I would class as more hills than mountains, so yeah. But that has spurred an amazing idea to build an offshoot of Croup Manor and to use up some of the space over here. Now you see, this is all trashy wasteland and it's all rubbish and all that kind of stuff. Well, I thought, why not make use of the space? So that's exactly what we're going to do. You guys are going to love this idea, I'll show you. Let's do a bit of looting on what's left out here. Tricycles, stones and crap like that. And we are going to do a tad bit of terraforming. Now, just looking at what we need to remove here. So we're going to leave this cliff face here in, all these rocks, because they're part of the structure. I'm thinking actually I could probably tuck these closer to the building without ruining it, but we'll see how it goes. So this bluff grass needs to disappear. This dune and this rock both need to go. Oh, I can't remove this dune, which isn't too much of a problem. It just means I have to work around it rather than through it. Let's get rid of the driftwood on the shore and the dead fish, as well as the seaweed. Seaweed can go. This project might actually help with the food supply too. Ooh, a mattress. Stumps, yeah. These rocks can disappear too. The barrel, yeah, that can go. Seaweed. Oh, that barrel, excellent. I didn't think I could select that, but I can. Lobster float, okay. This rock here and this rock here can disappear. The ones leading into the water can go. The metal boxes, no need. Driftwood is also rubbish. Seaweed, skeleton, all of the rubbish on this shoreline can go. And this tree cluster can disappear. And these rocks on the corner. Right, so we're going to have to work probably around this dune. Okay, so these are all the rocks we can remove down to the shore. I am going to remove this as well, actually, because I can replace them with different types of rock. Now, down here, I want to use the CVC pack. Now, I think it's under prefabs. I think it's the pier shack that I'm looking for. I mean, this doesn't particularly look amazing, but... Wow, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. I don't want that. That looks quite nice. I think we're going to have to go with these, I reckon. Now what I want to do is put down a foundation quite close to this border, but not enough to interfere with the sand dunes. So I'm going to go 3 that way and 2 this way to give it an L shape. Yeah, a little bit of an L shape. Excellent. Now on the ground here, we're going to make a nice staircase going up to the shack. You know what, I think we're actually going to just boost up the height of this. Just by a bit, just so the staircase there looks a bit more natural. Yeah, looks a little bit more natural. 1 second, guys. That was absolutely perfect timing. The moment I hit the pause button there, the biggest sneeze in the world just came out. Like, you know when you have a sneeze where it feels like half of your brain just left your head? That was one of them. How is this outside the buildable area? I'm not touching the mouse. That's weird. One tiny little speck of ground there is outside the building area. Damn. Okay. So the walls here. I'm trying to think of the roof for this as well, because I know the roof is going to give me some grief. Roof will definitely give me grief based on what I'm thinking here. Actually, let's put these in. Now, do we have a standard wall along the back here? Excuse me. I say, guys, my throat is still not fully healed, so... I mean, it's not enough for me to, you know, be in poor health, but it is noticeable. Yeah, so we've got the pier walls here, and then I just want the straight up walls on this side. No, I definitely want the roof like that. That's it. Excellent. This idea that I'm doing will actually tie into 2 people's ideas. Let me just find out who the other comment was. I think it might actually be on another video of mine. Yeah, I can't remember who suggested it. The one person mentioned being, because it's the poorhouse, having an illegal gambling operation. But I mean, it wouldn't really be illegal. I mean, my communities are so perfect, you know, they wouldn't do things like that. Of course they wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't. My guys are too good for that. But that's why we would have the military police, right? Just in case. Just in case. Okay, now I want... you know, I'm just going to have a flat roof here, so... Let's put a doorway in. That is the wrong way. That's the correct way. Then just a straight wall at the back. Like that. Now the ceiling, there is that one with the supports. Oh no, that's way too tall for that. Let's just give it a standard flat roof. Oh, that's for angled. That's for the straight one. Great. I get the feeling that is... Yeah, that's not in the right place. That needs to be over a bit further. That's it. So why exactly have we built this crappy little shack, you might ask? Well, it's got a bit of a story behind it. And I will explain that briefly in a moment. I want to see if I can make a path to this, which is believable. Because there is one thing that I really don't like, and that is having empty space. I say that, just have a look at my castle build. Most of that is empty space, because I have so densely packed the population into that building. But I think that thematically means more to do that. Now, CVC, I believe, has these grounds. But I need one that is like sloped. Can I get a pavement of some kind which is sloped? Or am I going to have to improvise? I think I'm going to have to improvise. So I think this looks good. Now, this is where my terraforming skills come into power. Now if I hit control, I can change the axis and I can make this slope downwards. Now I can rotate it to one side like that and bury the tile. I need to bury it enough to look natural. Now if I place another one here, I need to bury this one enough to look natural. Okay, that's it. Yeah, rotate it that way. I think this one is not buried enough. I don't mind if a little bit pokes through there, but I think that needs to be bent this way to be a bit more believable for a path. That's fine. Yeah, and then I can blend this in with a mixture of some other pieces. Because I know that this grass doesn't really match. Now, down the end here, we're going to have some fences. Now, I'm looking for a tall fence, maybe a chain link fence, perhaps. Mind you, these junk fences look pretty good. But I think thematically, the chain link ones might look a bit better. Now, I think Homemaker has one of these. Chain link, here we go. I'm thinking the post-war one would again thematically fit, but we do have the pre-war ones, which I think look good. So let's put a fence post there. And of course you'd snap to the wrong side, wouldn't you? Oh, for goodness sake. That's it. That's more or less a right angle. Now we'll drill this post down into the floor. Just going to drop this down 3 or 4 units. Excellent. Then we put in another fence post like that. And we continue the fence along this direction. Oh, it's going to do that again, isn't it? You're going to do it to me again. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's put a corner in instead. There we go, the corner works. Then we need a fence pole. Then a pre-war gate. So that's not outside the area, that's just this thing being this thing. Another pre-war fence. What I'm going to do, what I might do is put one on top of that. Actually, no. Let's do a chain link corner. Don't want that. I think how to make this work now. I don't really want to put a foundation down because I want to keep this place looking rather natural. Okay, how am I going to do this? Right, let's put the gate in. That's fine. Now, the corner, which is going to be like this. I'm going to say, why aren't you snapping? But, oh, there you go. Let's bring this down. Like that. Again, I'm not a huge fan of how high this side of the fence is, but I don't have too much of a choice. Unless I can get the 2 pieces of the fence to snap independent of each other, which I don't think would be impossible. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? I've got a sloped fence. I literally just realised I've got a sloped fence. What the fuck am I doing? One that's closest to the floor. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, can I snap this on a corner? Probably not. Yeah, of course you won't snap on a corner, so I'm going to have to do this one manually. Make sure this is the Z-axis this time, because it's going to need some careful rotation. Just to make sure that fence hooks together. Excellent. And that fence can snap a little bit further. Is that one straight? No, that's the sloped upwards fence. That's what I want. Just a standard pre-war. Ah, oh, that's unfortunate. That's not to say I can't do that. I just have to do it another way. Yeah, I can just break it by doing it manually. Because, you know. See, can't place it outside, just do it manually. Easy as pie. There we go. So we have a little shack that's fenced off by a pre-war fence with a path going down to it. Why? Well, you're about to find out. Also, I have this lovely handy-dandy AK-47 here to deal with fights on my border. Since I see some of you guys really enjoyed the gunfighting from the last couple of episodes. So I can hear some guns going off, so let's go and investigate. Ooh, there you go. Nice legendary too. Thank you. A blooded board. Strange. That stuff. I fucking knew he was going to do that as well. Why did I go near it? I fucking knew that. I know legendary gunner gutsies do that, so... An invisible car. Yeah, there's an invisible car here. How nice. Oh well. So yeah, you're coming up to the manor. This is out of sight, out of mind. So unless you really knew what you were looking for, you wouldn't think to go over this hill. But you do, and you come over to this little property here. Now in this property, there's going to be a bed for 4. Now they're going to have little Minuteman cots. But these are going to be specifically for... I'm going to put 5 actually, thinking here. And I think this is going to be a fabulous bit of lore, as suggested by Mr. Gers. Oh, hello. I've got more gunfighting on the perimeter. Oh, they're easy. That's just a couple of raider freaks. They only take like 4 shots from my Minutemen. Now that, I don't know about you, but that annoys me. Having the pack Brahmin right on that corner. Yeah. So yeah, 4 beds in here. Which is fine. Now outside here, what I want is part of the CVC kit. And I believe it's under Deadlands. Not cemetery. Piles. It is under this kit. Deadlands here has some amazing stuff. If you haven't tried CBC's Deadlands and all that kind of stuff, I would seriously recommend it. Effects. Spaces deco. No. Cars. Yes, it's going to be these that I want, but I want something a bit smaller. Then again, I can just shrink these down, can't I? Yeah, I can just shrink them down. Or rotate them, for crying out loud. So yeah, we're gonna shrink this one down, and we'll rotate this around just a wee bit. If we have to bury this slightly into the sand, then we will. I mean, that car looks a perfectly reasonable size. So put these cars against the fence. Shrink the size down just a wee bit. Those are some enormous ass cars. So I want to rotate this ever so slightly just so that they fit together a bit more seamlessly. Bring that back just a touch. Bring that towards the fence and barricade it. Come on, is that the Z-axis I just changed it to? Because I'll be disappointed if it's not. X, Y, Z. That's it. Yeah, so we've got some CBC cars out here. Then I want to put in some defense. And under guard posts we have the sandbags, but I don't want those standard sandbag walls. These really short ones are fine, but I want to place them in a way that the wooden bit at the back is not visible. Just so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing. You know what? Just to dissuade visitors, as it were. God, that's huge. Yeah, these are absolutely enormous. Yeah, so down here they kind of want to discourage visitors, and you'll see why. So we're going to have some barbed wire, some of that sunk into the ground. You got the car wrecks, the sandbag covers. And we'll place a couple of turrets. Oh, for God's sake. What's the button for timeouts? Workshop drop timeout, there you go. We'll sink this into the ground to do this. This will be a good opportunity to add a little bit of extra defense to the settlement as well. Excellent. Around the side of the building here, I'm going to put some more sandbags. Actually, no. Let's go back to these buildings and furniture. So I want some, I would say some ruined stuff, but that's not really the word that I'm looking for. It's not so much trash either, it's just that I want some stuff that looks like it was naturally found in the wasteland. In these CVC boards, this particular one looks fine, so we'll use this. Decorations. No, those probably won't work. No, don't want effects. I think one of these Nuka-Cola machines placed on its side would be a good addition. So if I lay this down, that's it, turn it on its side. Oh, excellent. Sorry, my ear is quite itchy there. Also, if you want to know a fun fact, it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning for me. So it's actually 2:40 AM and it's actually a work day. I'm due up to work in like 5 hours time. But I had this idea and I really wanted to do it thanks to this thanks to Mr. Gurr's inspiration. So you have him to thank for that. Excellent. So we have a smashed up machine here to put down. Resources. I've already put a few bits of these resources around, so these are some interesting conduits, I must admit. I might have to use a few of these in the urban builds. Those telegraph poles are seriously pretty cool, actually. Ooh, these spotlights. Oh wow, those are bright as hell. I'm going to have to use a few of these. Ah, so they're only bright around where I've placed them, not where they're shining to, which admittedly makes absolutely zero sense. Oh, that's hilarious. Now we use fluorescent lights elsewhere. That doesn't really provide anything. A garage light. This would probably make sense indoors. Oh yeah, that is a really soft glow. I like that. So we'll put these in. Street lamps. Now this place wouldn't be lit up by street lamps. It might have a couple of these, like wall lights. These are going to be really annoying to place, I can tell you that for nothing. That doesn't really do much, so... It's the thing that annoys me so much, though. These lights are rarely ever good. Like, the ones from mod packs, they never really get them right. I always end up using the vanilla ones because they're so much brighter. A couple of these. No, I don't want an emergency one. No. Now we're gonna need something a bit better. Actually, these street lights. Yeah, like one street light here pretty much covers all of our needs. So we're gonna go with that. I mean, that's tucked away. No one's really gonna see that behind here. Now, which kit is it? I always get confused what kit this is in. Is it defense? I mean, I don't think that's what I was looking for, but that could work. No, it's not that. I mean, that steps up onto the platform. You know what? That I think is actually pretty good. That's like a church turret kind of church turret. Oh god, that is a very, very tight fit, but we'll roll with it. Excellent. Let's just see if there's any other like really interesting ones back here. Guard balcony, damn. And that looks cool, and it would slightly integrate with this building style, but I wouldn't have a way of getting someone up there. I say these all look cool and that, but a lot of them are purely cosmetic. They're not really that good. Excuse me. Tells me I need another sip. Lovely. So we don't want any more fences. Decorations. It wasn't on decorations. Decorations. Calendar. Ooh. I forgot this was here. Yeah, I completely forgot this stuff was here, I'll be honest. This water well would probably go pretty nicely, because I mean that seawater is probably not going to be amazing, so having this on the corner of their property line is quite a good shout, actually. Plus it helps address the water problem in the settlement. Some backpacks and crates. Now these would be good because we can put down one of these CVC crates here. Weapons boxes. let's put down a selection of these. That's it. Yes, I am aware these boxes are technically facing backwards, so don't hold me to that. Do not hold me to that. It's fine. We'll. It doesn't particularly matter what direction they're facing. That's it. So we're just going to make them go ever so slightly with the terrain. So we have some weapons boxes stored down there. These lockers look pretty nice. And you can actually use them. That's really promising. We've got 4 of these. The backpacks are quite nice, so I'll have a couple of these in this wee little corner. Now the things in here are going to be quite rustic, you see. Very rustic. Vendor shack. That looks terrible. Ooh, bridge walls. This looks like a potential sanctuary piece. I'll have to remember that, because that's pretty good. No, decorations. It was under here somewhere. I am pretty sure it was. Decorations, cars. Cars and grass. I mean, these do match. Let me just put some fucking light on. Actually, no. Let's skip to daytime, because that's going to really annoy me. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning here at Croup Manor. So warm this evening. Only 3 o'clock in the morning. I can barely even think about going to sleep right now. Yeah, so it might look out of place here being grass, but you know what? I don't hate that. I think that's quite nice. Putting this out here. And these randoms are pretty cool as well. The van is arguably a bit too big. Then again, I shrunk the other ones down, didn't I? I did, yeah. So I'm going to tip this one facing down a little bit. and position that so that it is resting atop the smashed up Nuka-Cola vending machine. Which wouldn't be, you know, beyond the realm of possibility. And now let's lay down a couple of barrels beneath it. Let's have maybe one or two wedged in here. That's definitely going to have depressed into the soil a little bit. Oops, no, don't want to make it smaller. Yes, that will have depressed into the soil, which makes some sense. Ooh. I mean, there's some good ideas in here. I said, you'll probably say, going, what on earth are you doing? Completely, like, ruining the upstanding settlement here. And I'm like, well, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see what I'm doing. Yes. The old classic vault boxes. I mean, we can tip a couple of these and bury them into the ground a bit. So we do have the rusty ones, don't we? Yes, we do. So I'm going to put in all colours. I'm not going to discriminate because, I mean, this is crap that was found in the wasteland. And we'll put one more, which is holding up, or helping to hold up, the tail end of this car. I mean, none of it's moving because it's wedged in place. It's sunk into the sand. It's pretty much grounded at this stage, so I'll just shrink that down by one step. So that's also helping to hold up this pickup truck ruin, which is great. And then over here is the last place we will use some sandbags. We'll use the sandbags here and here. Just two sets. And we'll drop them together to create one seamless wall there, which I think is fine. Now for this concrete path, CBC has some wasteland pieces. I think. Fences, it's deadlands, that's what it is. Cliffs, piles. Piles? No, piles is all kinds of messed up crap. Rocks. No, I need things like mounds. Grass? No. Plants. Grass. I could have swore I had some more stuff than that. Unless it's not under CVC, unless I'm thinking of something completely different here. Now these are all garden deco. Not particularly garden stuff I'm looking for. Plants. Not plants. Plants unpicked. No, No, that is just bog standard grass. It's not going to be under logs. It's not going to be under stumps, is it? No, cliffs. No, these are way too big to be cliffs. Definitely not going to be under piles because that's all loads of crap and cars. Where on earth did I find it? It wasn't under Snap and Build Landscaping, was it? Yeah, fucking course it was. Right. So now we need to pad out the edges of this concrete path to make it blend in a little bit more. Let's turn off surface snapping just so we can line these up a little bit better. That's fine. Now these mounds need to blend with the ground below, so we might have to put a few of these down, but we will manage it. So we'll have to put in a couple going down. So just a few to blend the terrain down to the sand. One needs to go there. One there. And a couple more need to go here. That's it. And then I think one more here. There's a piece there. How badly does that encroach? It doesn't. That's fine. I can live with the fact that it literally goes from grass into sand. That's honestly not an issue to me. I can break that up with a few rocks from the CVC kit here. Yeah, a couple of rocks. So if I place a couple of these dead rocks just along the path, part of this is classed as outside, which is again very, very dumb, but I don't control the areas. A rock cluster, we can put this across the edge of the sea here. And we'll place some more just in this gap here. No, I'm not going to use the same cluster because that would just not really work. Just need to use this bright stone. There we go. So that's broken up a little bit. Looks a bit more like it should be there. Actually, that rock has got some strange texture on one side, so I'm going to replace it with this one. This rock here I will also change for something a bit more of a theme. Let's place this rock cluster, place it underneath like that. That's it. Nice. So we have this little hideout. So let's furnish it. I don't think there's any curtains. The only curtains we have, I believe, are in here. Yeah, so we're going to go with the same Venetian blinds, or should we actually just go with proper curtains? You know, let's go with curtains. How does that look? You know, I think that's fine. Let's snap as many of these across as possible. So without poking through. So these are all curtained up, so you can no longer see who is in here, which is the idea. Well, not that's the idea. These the people who will live here are not. You know, they're not opposed to everybody, but you'll see what I mean. I need to have a somewhat of a home comfort, so one of these will do. All right. I'm just trying to maximize the space here, so if I can tuck these ever so slightly into that wall here, that's good. Yeah, that's it. Just want to make sure that is not encroaching on the bed. Yes, it is in a slightly wonkier space, so the bed isn't fully straight, but it conforms to the space around it, which is the idea. That's got plenty of space. That's got plenty of space. Not a problem. Happy with that. Now, under the regular furniture, we have some tables. So put one of those. A coffee table between two is fine. Now, CVC decorations. There were a couple of things in the set dressing. Possibly have one of these. Sit some flowers under there. Got a flower pot. Flower box, you know, something like that. Now they'd have a couple of spools of this chicken wire hanging around. Maybe they're about to put it up. Maybe they're about to sort it out. Which would make some sense. A couple of big tyres wouldn't be out of place, but I don't think I have enough space for that without compromising the effect of what we're trying to do here. Now, I believe it is Snappy Builds here. Is it Snappy Builds though? No, settlement markers. No. Oh, what was the one? It was the bus seats. This one. Yes, that's the one. This will be really, really useful right here. I'm just concerned with the incline a little bit. Just want to make sure that if I set someone up here, they're not going to look really dumb. Yes, I think that will be okay. Great stuff. Now let me grab some guns from indoors. These guys literally have been stood out in the rain, probably for several days on end. Which to me is quite funny. Maybe not to someone else, but hey. I'm not here to be a funny man. Here to build you some awesome settlements. An FNFAL would be a good addition. I would say a fat man, but I know exactly what's going to happen. If I place one of these down, if there is an attack, the Minuteman will pick it up and fucking kill everyone around him, including me, probably. A hunting rifle would be a good addition. An MG42, yes, absolutely. An M1 Garand, yes. Those are my personal guns. I'm not doing anything with those. A Tommy gun. Swords. Because I'm going to put these through the OC dispenser. And I know a lot of these are going to change as soon as I put them through. Why have I got 3 two-shot experimentals? I only made 1. Why have I got 3 of these? I only made 1 to see what it would look like. Why have I got 3? That's weird. That's really weird. Okay. We'll take the snub-nosed 44. That'll be fine. Things I haven't got any weapons which would randomise when I put through the dispenser. That would change back into a standard combat rifle. Let's take a couple of AKMs, because I dare say I have way too many as it is. What about in here? No, that's just apparel. That's fine. Actually, I might be able to take a couple of bits for this. We'll take a couple of backpacks at random. A couple of helmets. And we'll take a couple of radio communicators. I think they would spruce up the look a little bit. Now, screw it, we'll put the flight helmet down. Undershirt and jeans, we'll put one of those down. Let's put down a couple of these uniforms too. I mean, we have way too many uniforms and I just haven't got enough time to move them around. Yeah, we'll put a beret down. That's fine. Militia hat. Yeah, we'll take that for now. That's more than enough to add some flavour. I mean, this build is going to be a 2-parter, so sorry about that, guys. That's what if you're sat there going, "Oh my god, how is this going to pan out?" You'll find out. You'll find out. Excellent. Now we take the crafting. And we get ourselves an OC dispenser. Excuse me. Sorry for the yawning. It is very late for me, but I want to get this done. So I'm going to put in an FNFAL, a hunting rifle. I know that's got a legendary on it. I don't care. I've got plenty of legendary pieces. Yeah. 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 Yeah, put the AKMs in. That's fine. Then the apparel. Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Mm, mm, yes. Okay. That is a lot of stuff. A Minuteman backpack. So we're gonna move this down like so. And I'll place this against this wall. I mean, you can tell this is going to be a Minuteman. A little Minuteman hut. If you guys want to guess what I'm building here, please do. I'm sure you guys have probably already figured this out, but yes, this is it. I'm going to place the flight helmet up here. A little bit of variety there. A Minuteman uniform. This one is going to be... Actually, no, I'm going to place it under the bed. Minuteman's backpack. I'll place this one here with the others. A radio communicator. Turn off the surface snap. That's it. Turn it round that away. Yeah, pull it out of the wall there. Another radio communicator. Prop this one up there so that the transmitter thing sticks over the edge. That's it. Minuteman backpack. That can go at the edge of this person's bed. Another uniform. Again, that can go up on top of this cabinet. Backpack up on top of the lockers. Oh, this one does randomize. An MG42. I mean, this place is going to look pretty fearsome when it's done. That's it. So that can prop up there. That's it. Nice gun. The hat. There is a reason I'm taking this old style hat and putting it in. I mean, these guys do have their own casual clothes too. Minuteman helmet up on the top. That's it. An M1 Garand. This one also randomizes. I like that. That's it. This one can go right here against this cabinet. Pull that towards me a little bit. It's getting a little bit away from me. Okay, that is against the floor, so that is going to lean like that. A crest beret. That doesn't really look like a beret, but we'll place it down anyway. Oh, this one randomised. I don't really like the look of that one, so I'm going to put it back in the OC dispenser. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that one. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So, need to lay this one down. And like that. Like a glove. Almost. Oh no, pretty much is like a glove, actually. A couple of AKMs. Let's put these right here against the lockers. That's not even touching the floor. And this one can stand right next to it. I feel like one of them is out of place, but I think it's because the door of this locker, yeah, it's slightly open, so yeah, so that's obviously going to look a little bit taller from this angle, but that's fine. A revolutionary sword wouldn't be uncommon for that. I mean, we did have to confiscate that one from one of our other Minutemen who decided that that was a better weapon to use than something that actually fires bullets against a whole horde of gunners. But, you know, I'm not going to question what my Minutemen do. That's what my military police guys are for. That'll do. Not entirely sure why I decided a short hunting rifle would be a good piece of crap. Maybe that's like an antique, which can go just off to one side. And it's this snubber nose. I mean, these guys have a lot of guns in here. Yeah, I will spoil the surprise. This cabin is going to be the home of what is called the Quincy Remnants. These guys are going to be old school Minutemen. These are going to be the Minutemen who escaped from Quincy. I wouldn't say distrusting. They're not distrusting, but since they've had to flee from Quincy, they've only just refound the Minutemen, and they've been hesitant to rejoin the ranks, but they have, on the proviso that they join on their own terms. Like, their values are still aligned, they're still good people, they still want to make a difference. That they want to make a difference without conforming to the standard rules that our Minutemen do. They've borrowed a lot of the stuff we have, like the backpacks, the new tech, the new armor. Some of that is still here. But they've rejected, you know, the FAMAS. They've rejected those kind of things. That they're going to use their own old school weaponry. Like, they're sat there going, why are you guys using FAMASs when we have an MG42 here capable of gunning down hundreds and hundreds of gunners at a time? Like, so they're a little bit old school, like a kind of back in my day kind of people. And being survivalists, they don't want to live in with the riffraff. So they've set up their own borders here, this own fence. They're going to watch their little corner of the settlement. If anyone attacks, they will be all over it. They will come out in numbers. Well, they're small numbers they have, but they are fierce fighters. Like, one Minuteman, part of the Quincy Remnants, he's worth like 10 Minutemen by himself. That these guys are going to be old school, hardened people who've been living in the wasteland, living off the skin of their teeth. until they found this place, and they're happy to have somewhere to stay, and they're not going to die or have the risk of dying every night, but they want to continue surviving in their own way. So we've recognised that they're really good for the cause. We recognise that they're really powerful people, but we also recognise their need to do things their way. So we've given them a corner that they can call home. They fortified it the way they wanted to do it, and they're happy. You know, you stay out of their way, you don't bother them unnecessarily, and they won't bother you. You let them have their guns, you let them use whatever they want, but they will come through for you when it counts. That's the idea behind these Minutemen. And I think this project is already coming along very, very well. I reckon just in one more episode, and I think this little cabin will be fine. But this is where I'm going to cut off the video here. So yes, Mr. Gertz, I'm assuming it's the German way, Gertz. Thank you very much for the suggestion here for your mountain boys, which we eventually updated. So yeah, if you have come all the way to the end of the video, just know that I love you very much. You guys are amazing people. You are making dreams happen every time you hit the subscribe button. As we stand in a rad storm. Yeah, I mean, we've hit 500 subscribers. Next milestone is 1,000. I mean, in a perfect world, this would be my full-time job. So, you know, that's the dream. That's the dream, to do this as a living. Building settlements for a living. How cool would that be? But yeah, if you've got to the end, I love you very much. Make sure you hit that like button, you comment, you subscribe, you do all that cool stuff because, well, it helps me out. But until the next episode, guys, I am going to see you later. I'm definitely going to get some well-needed shut-eye now. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Leave your suggestions for Minuteman names, any suggestions for builds. Put that at the bottom. I do read all of them, and I do have a notepad with all of them, so keep doing it. I'll make sure I honour the vast majority as I get to them. But until then, guys, thank you very much. Take care, peace out, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.